welcome back to All Things Lord of the Rings with your host Alex, also known as Solanus Dracone. On the last episode, due to an unfortunate misunderstanding, Hurin killed Beleg, his best elf bro. Gwyndor, who was with them, having escaped slavery in Angband, guided Hurin through his grief, and they made their way to Nargothrond, where Hurin was welcomed with open arms and flourished. So, while Hurin was there making new names for himself, going by the title Mormegil, he was winning some hearts. One of the hearts he won was that of Findulas, the daughter of Orodreth, and fiancée of Gwyndor. She couldn't help herself, really. He was a pretty handsome guy, and he was kicking some major ass, and Gwyndor was a shrunken, battered version of his former self. Gwyndor knew what was up, even though Hurin didn't, and one day he sat down with Findulas to have a chat. "I still love you, but I know I'm a ruined man now. I don't blame you for loving someone else, and I want you to go where your heart tells you. I know you love Mormegil, but please think about this. Firstly, he's a human. Elves and humans don't mix unless it's for some very special reasons, like Beren and Luthien. Secondly, he may have a big destiny, but he's not Beren. He's got a dark fate ahead of him, one you don't want to be a part of. He's actually Hurin, son of Hurin, and Morgoth laid a curse on his dad and on the entire family. Look at me. Look at what Morgoth made me into." Findulas, in response, responded, "I know he doesn't love me, pouty face." Now, when Hurin found out that Gwyndor had spilled the beans, he was a bit peeved. "Why you gotta bring that shit down on me, man? Now I gotta go around with this curse on my head 'cause people know who I am." Gwyndor replied, "Man, the curse is on you, not on your name. This shit's coming down on you whether you hide or not." And indeed, it didn't look like people finding out who he was made a difference. Hell, if anything, it made him even more popular. It seemed like Nargothrond couldn't get enough of Hurin, Nathion, Argarwain, Adonedhel, Mormegil, Thalion, and Orodreth really put big stock in this boy. Hurin didn't like the sneak and strike method that the whole place was using, and he easily talked the king into going into open warfare and forsaking Nargothrond's policy of secrecy. At Hurin's urging, they built up a huge store of weapons, and even built a massive bridge over the river Narog to facilitate troop movements. They cleaned up shop around that area, kicking orcs back past Sirion in the east and Falas in the west. Gwyndor, having grown a lot more cautious since his slaving days, was constantly trying to talk them out of all this big open aggression, but nobody listened to him because in their eyes he looked like a bitch. Unfortunately, which is a word you had better get used to because this is the story of Hurin, all this open battle stuff caught Morgoth's attention. Now, nobody was stupid enough to actually say Hurin's name, still calling him Mormegil, but now Morgoth was looking that way. Anywho, during that time, when things were relatively calm for those days, Hurin's mother, Morwen, finally decided to get the hell out of Dorloman, and went with her now teenage daughter Nienor to Doriath. Thingol welcomed them, but Hurin was already long gone, sorely missed, and because he was going by a secret name, unaccounted for. Nevertheless, the two ladies stayed in Doriath because it was safe. One day, in the spring, two elves came to Nargothrond from the Havens. Their names were Gelmir and Arminas. They were some of Angrod's people, but they had fled south to hang out with Círdan after Dagor Bragollach. They came like Jehovah's Witnesses to Orodreth, with a message directly from Ulmo. "Shit's going south, fam. I can't control these waters no more. Something serious is coming, so you better tear your shit down and hide, or else you're going to hecking regret it. Peace and Inu Grease, Ulmo." Now, you would be right in thinking, that's the Lord of the Waters, telling us a message. We better damn well listen. But Hurin was a cursed fool, and he would not let his bomb-ass bridge get torn down, so that message went unheeded. Not long afterward, the land of Brethil fell. Morgoth's forces had penetrated into the Narog region again, and this time he sent an army with something even worse. Glaurung, the father of all dragons, was coming, and wherever he went, destruction followed. And that's all for this week, folks. I'm sorry, I know it's super short, but I can't possibly just start on what's coming next and leave you all hanging. Also, I've been busy this past week with my video recording series, which if you're interested at all in doing your own YouTubing, I'd highly advise you check out. Link in the description. Please, 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 with sugar on top, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Once again, I am Alex, also known as Solanus Dracone, and this has been All Things Lord of the Rings. Goodbye.